Welcome back to the channel, everyone, and welcome back to the beautiful Mexico. As you saw in the first vlog, I'm currently in Baja, California, Mexico, with my friend Charlie on his whale watching trips, documenting some incredible animal behaviors. The first vlog was all about the grey whales and the amazing interactions that they have with humans here in Baja. For the second location, we switched it up and we're in the beautiful Bahía de Los Angeles on the Sea of Cortez side of Baja. Now, this is honestly one of my favorite places in the entire world. You just never know what you're going to see out here. The ocean is so healthy here, and every day you have the chance to see something truly special. We're mainly going to be looking for cetaceans out here. Dolphins and humpback whales are pretty much a given, but they also get fin whales, blue whales, and even orcas here as well. So fingers crossed we might get to see some ocean pandas. Along the way, we're also going to see plenty of seabirds and of course visit the local sea lion colonies and maybe even get in for a dip with them. Enough talking from me, let's head out for our first day on the boat.
Oh, there's two. Where did that one come from?
Accommodation!
Gio.
What's up, man?
Already seen humpbacks. What else are we going to see today?
Maybe chupacabras riding a sperm whale.
Chupacabra on a sperm whale. So this whole area is full of islands like this, which are just beautiful. Incredibly clear blue water. A little bit cold this time of year, but it's incredibly beautiful. We were just out there with some humpbacks a second ago. That was super chill. Then we came out here for a little toilet break and just to enjoy the scenery. It's honestly so beautiful around here, and every island's a little bit different, but the one thing they have in common is there's no people around. You're probably going to be the only people on the beach at any given time, and there's no one really living on the islands either. If you're lucky, you might see some coyotes or something like that, but there's lots of seabirds and vultures flying around as well. You can explore every island and never get bored. And when you look over into the ocean, you might see a humpback or a blue whale. We headed back out to look for more wildlife, and it wasn't long before we came across one of the most charismatic animals in the ocean. What you see here, where half of their bodies are sticking outside of the water and half of them inside of the water, is the way in which sea lions thermoregulate. So their flippers that are hanging outside of the water get nice and warm from the sun, whilst the rest of them stays cool inside of the water. I was actually testing out the Sony A1 during this trip, and the amount of detail you can get on these images is just incredible. I can't wait to be able to upgrade to this camera full time. Once they start moving, it's not the easiest thing to try and get shots of them, especially when they're bounding through the water, but I think this one came out okay. All in all, it's always incredible seeing these guys, and hopefully in the next couple of days we'll be able to get in the water with them. On our way home, we had this epic encounter with a playful pod of bottlenose dolphins. They were riding the bow of the boat, and this just capped off another incredible day on the water here. So one of the most amazing things about this area is just how much wildlife there is. Not just out there in the water, but around the camp as well. So today I'm going to head out with the long lens just around the camp and see what I can find. It is winter here, so the animals are a little bit less active than normal, but there's still plenty of activity to be seen. So let's see what we can find in the desert. Let's go on a little adventure, shall we? Just need to unlock the car real quick. There we go. So today I want to head out into the desert here and explore some of what it has to offer. Massive thank you to the guys at the camp for letting me borrow their car, because without this I wouldn't be able to get out there. As you've seen, it's pretty remote here, so there's some really cool things just 20-30 minutes outside of the camp here, so let's head out there now. So this is the spot that I wanted to come and show you guys. As you can see, it's super remote, but incredibly beautiful. The landscape here is just stunning. And the contrast between what is pretty much just desert here to the ocean over there where the town is just crazy. As you can see behind me, there's some pretty unique plants out here, and that's what I've come to show you. Now, I do need to be a little careful trekking through here. Even though it is winter time, this is still rattlesnake country, and whilst I'd love to see a rattlesnake, the last thing that I want to do is step on one. But we've come to the first plant that I want to show you guys, and it is this one. So this plant behind me is called a boojum tree, or in Spanish a cirio, and they're actually a type of cactus which can grow up to 70 feet in height, which is just incredible. The ones behind me actually aren't even fully grown. This whole landscape is littered full of them, and it makes for some really cool imagery. Such unique looking plants. They are such a funky looking tree, and as you can probably see by the top of this one, they have flowers at the top that bloom once a year. Now, this species of cactus is actually endemic to Baja, which means that it's only found on this particular peninsula. Now, given how hostile this environment is, it's near on a desert, incredibly arid. Most of the plants here are super specialized and adapted to be able to survive here. So the boojum tree itself, whilst it is massive and it looks like it's probably really solid, it's pretty much completely empty, and it's just a way to pass water up and down the plant. Most of the cactuses here have huge spines and can really do some damage. I got one stuck in my foot earlier, and thankfully I was wearing thick boots that prevented the spines from going through into my foot. Otherwise that would have been incredibly painful. Now, this bad boy behind me is called the cardon cactus. It's actually the second biggest species of cactus in the entire world, and it's also endemic to Baja, so you can only find it on this peninsula. This is pretty much your stereotypical cactus. Whenever someone thinks of a cactus or draws a cactus, this is what they come up with. Lots of arms going up into the air, very thick bodies. It doesn't have huge spines like some of the other cactuses, but it's incredible, and it's such an eyepiece on this landscape. These cardons stand out across this entire landscape, and you can literally see them wherever you go. And whenever I think of Mexico, this is one of the first things that I think of. And the contrast between the arid desert here, where resources are so scarce, compared to just a few miles away that way, where there's the ocean full and rich with life, is just incredible, and one of the many reasons why this part of Mexico is so special. Now, I could spend hours and hours out here flying the drone, doing time-lapse, looking for rattlesnakes, and just exploring this landscape, but it's coming down to sunset. I'm going to do one quick time-lapse, and then I'm going to head back home, because I have been experimenting with some astro time-lapse in the camp. It's amazing because the Milky Way comes up right above the mountains in the foreground, but I've been also experimenting with star trails on my GoPro as well. Star trails are kind of like a combination of where the stars are moving. So instead of just taking one picture, it takes a load of them and puts them together, and you get these incredible circular formations of how the stars are moving in correlation to the Earth as well. So I'm going to go back and test that out, and hopefully we get some cool results. Couch and Gio on the way to get some tacos.
Choose device.
Let's go for tacos. Let's go for tacos.
Hell yeah. All night.
Yeah. And all the morning.
First time trying a tripe taco. Let's see what it says. Oh, it's pretty good.
Yeah, it's just a different flavor, but it's good.
Yeah, it's a little bit stronger, but still tastes really good.
Yeah.
I could live in Bahia. Eat these tacos all day.
Yeah.
Just doing some droning of the camp before we head out this morning. This place is incredible. It's located right on the water, and it's spectacular with the mountains in the background and the desert coming straight into the water. It makes for some incredible imagery. We're going to head out in the water in about an hour or so, so I'm just going to finish up droning. We're going to head out to a sea lion colony, I think, today. There's a few around here, but there's one in particular where we can get in and spend some time with the females especially. They can be really curious, so let's head out there and see if they're playful today. another amazing day out on the water. As you saw, we got in with the sea lions, and they're honestly just so playful. They can be a little bit shy at first, but they're kind of like dogs. And the more you give them attention, the more they kind of want to run away and play. But the less attention you give them, the more they come towards you and just want more attention from you. So often, if you turn around and swim away, you'll see them behind you, following you, and kind of checking you out. Sometimes they come underneath you to check you out. And they can just be so interactive and so playful. I can honestly spend all day with the sea lions. They're just so interactive and so much fun. And in terms of photography, videography, there's so many different types of shots that you can potentially get with them. Really happy with what we came away with this time. On our way back, we also came across something that I've actually never seen before, and that's krill. This is one of the reasons there's so many whales in the water here. There's so much food going around, especially with the cold weather, it brings in the krill. It was really cool being able to see krill for the first time. It really is the building block of the food web of the ocean, especially around here as well. Now, tomorrow is meant to be the last day of my 3 weeks here, but the forecast doesn't look too good. It looks like winds of up to 30 miles per hour, which means it's going to be impossible for us to get out and see anything out there. It's going to be too dangerous as well. So, probably not going to head out tomorrow, but that gives us a great excuse to party tonight with mucho tequila and mucho margaritas. But that doesn't need to be shown on YouTube for the sake of everyone's dignity. So, I'm going to end the vlog here. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed the past 3 weeks here in Mexico, both here in Bahia and in Guerrero Negro with the grey whales as well. A massive thank you to Charlie for inviting me out here once again. Honestly, I don't know how he's not had enough of me at this point, but maybe after these 3 weeks, this will be the last time he invites me out here. Not only do we have incredible experiences out on the water with wildlife, but we also have endless amounts of laughs on the boat with Gio, Pancho, everyone. The entire experience here is just incredible, so I can't wait to be out here again if Charlie, fingers crossed, asks me to come out again. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed these vlogs and this kind of behind the scenes look into the film that I'm making here as well. Make sure to subscribe to the channel and like the video. It really helps the channel to grow. I'll catch you all in the next one.